So the fever just sat me on my ass, like, it just sat me on my ass, and it said to me, look, I know you have week one to do, but no, you're just going to be in your room suffering. This is what happens when you get into a top 10 university.
Go chase it.
Not doing that. Missionaries in a far field, for some reason I can't explain. Once you go to
I see you, I want you back. You're been gone. Give me what I want. Give me one more chance. Tell me that you love me, baby. Baby, I want you back.
So I'm just taking a nice chill day, just enjoying my Thursday with nothing else to do because the weather's mad, I have no classes, and my back and sides really hurt. I discovered that there is this AI program narrator thing that Google has that can create a podcast about any of the documents that you send in
this poem.
So we've got two main characters. We've got this Caribbean girl and someone she refers to as a peer. Now, it's not immediately clear what their exact relationship is, but it seems like they've got this deep bond.
A bond that others find obvious, the poem mentions. Right.
Exactly. But even though others see this clear connection, something's not quite right between them. There's this undercurrent of tension, like something's simmering beneath the surface.
And knowing poems, that simmer is probably going to come to a boil at some point. What tips us off?
It's there from the very first lines. The poem starts with,
So this is about the same poem that I wrote yesterday between classes. I don't know, I'm just really proud of myself, and I really like this poem that I'd written. So the first thing I thought to do when I discovered Notebook LM was to send a copy of my poem into it and have these AI podcasters talk about it. But the way they say Wagwan is just sending me because, oh my gosh.
poem.
Wagwan.txt.
There's also this Ghanaian food place around the corner from where I moved to, so you know, your girl had to try Ghanaian jollof for the first time. And I remembered that the new class of 09 dropped this week as well, so I decided to go and check that out and see what the game's saying. And I'm not gonna lie, this was a little bit different to what I was expecting compared to the first two games.
It's basically the Playboy Mansion with more calories. More like the Playboy motorhome. We're not getting paid shit. Oh, he actually gets a bonus if you wear open-toe shoes. Fucking why? I don't know. He's 5'4" in Turkish.
My new tripod also finally came, so this means I can do whatever videos I want in my new room now. So when I finish unpacking officially and set everything up, nice. Call that phone, like, what's going on?
That's River Lem.
River Lem, as in Leamington. Look how pretty it is. It does give a bit of Broad Street though.
Wall Street.
Broad Street from Birmingham.
Wood. I thought of like Wall Street and like how.
Oh, Wall Street is in like Leo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
I mean, there might be some money hidden under there, you know? You never
Yeah,
know.
yeah. I mean, you know, you do get the final.
So the fever just sat me on my ass, like, it just sat me on my ass, and it said to me, look, I know you have week one to do, but no, you're just going to be in your room suffering. So I was out with like the post-grad lot last Sunday. So Sunday, so like early hours, you know, from Saturday night, Sunday morning, I was out. And then for some reason my voice just went silent. And I was kind of I just thought it was funny. Like, I was just talking to people on the notes app for a bit, and then eventually I just says, you know what, I need to go home. Like, my voice is gone for no reason. And everyone's like, oh, get well soon. So I go home, and then come Monday now, I'm in so much pain. My throat is swollen, I'm coughing, you know, just pain. Like, actual pain. And then from Tuesday now, I just get this really nasty fever. And the fever is just constant then from like Tuesday until about Thursday. Like, it was just bad. Like, I didn't even have like a gap or anything, because normally I phone my grandma on a Sunday to see how she's doing. I messaged her, I said, Grandma, I can't speak right now. Like, my voice wasn't coming out. And like, I was just asleep for days. I just didn't do anything other than get up just to fill up my water bottle, you know, stay hydrated and everything. And then that was it. Like, I didn't speak to anybody, I didn't go anywhere. Like, the front desk messaged me saying they had parcels, but I only went down and collected them on Thursday. You know, I just couldn't leave. I had no appetite, I didn't eat, I didn't anything. I just drank water and minded my business for the whole of my first week. So I had to message my lecturers. I was like, I can't come in, I've got a fever. Like, but one of my tutors, he was like, oh, you know, the uni are adamant that we have a meeting, you know, do you want to do a Teams meeting or something? And I was like, all right. So come Friday now, he has to do a meeting with me on Teams. And as soon as I start talking, he goes, okay, all right, we're going to make it quick. And yeah, he was like, you know, we'll have a proper talk next week. We'll get that booked in and stuff. But I couldn't even speak. Like, as soon as I was trying to talk, my voice wasn't coming out, and it was like that probably until so I had a job interview last week, and they phoned me just to tell me, you know, that I didn't get the job, but they were giving me feedback. And of course I'm just down the phone like, yeah, thank you. Every other word coming out only. Like, I was a bit of a mess. And then it was my mum's birthday as well. Obviously, I couldn't go anywhere. I've been trying to send her gift, but Amazon keep telling me, oh, there's nobody home. And I'm like, because you always want to go around at the most annoying hour. Like, ugh. So, yeah, like, either way, I've just been in my room. I did manage to do a lot of my unpacking towards the last couple of days. I got up and I clean things. I managed to set up my Wii U because I only have like one HDMI on my monitor, like one HDMI thing, so I needed a splitter, which seems to be causing problems. Like, my monitor keeps flashing every now and again, but for the most part it works all right. You know, put my suitcase away and everything. I mean, my bed looks like it's got like, I've got a bag on my bed, but it's actually the Ayumi Hamasaki 25th anniversary tote bag what I have, but it literally just looks like a rubbish bag in the background, but it's actually a tote bag. Like, all my bed's clear, like, it's cleaned up and everything, and, you know, the only thing I have on my bed now is that, and like some leaflet from Domino's, because Warwick seems to love Domino's, or maybe Domino's loves Warwick, who knows. They've given me quite a few vouchers. Not like I have an appetite for pizza, but free stuff is free stuff, innit? Yeah, so that's the only reason I haven't really done my vlogs and things like that until now, because what am I recording really except for like my four walls, like me sitting there sweating, looking disgusting. Like, I've been pretty rough the past few days. I'm honestly so frustrated. Like, this fever, cold, COVID, whatever it was that I caught last week has, it's just stressed me out. Like, so first things first, I'm obviously trying to lose weight, but I'm also trying to get fit because I've got London Marathon next year. So this whole debacle with this fever, I am now half a stone lighter than I was last week, just since catching this fever. And all I've done is lie in bed, try to stay sane, and drink loads of water. I've probably eaten about 2 meals in the past week and a half. I had a meal today that I didn't quite finish. I've got some of yesterday's meal in the fridge as well. Other than that, I haven't really been feeling to eat anything. And of course, I have lost a heck ton of weight. I mean, I'm happy because I'm at the weight that I was when I was in Japan. But at the same time, I did not want to lose it all in 1 week. I went outside for the first time today in a week. I haven't left the house since Sunday. I've only just been outside my room just so that I can collect parcels or whatever. I haven't been anywhere because as soon as I've been outside, I've had coughing fits. And I can physically feel that I am weaker walking, but I can also physically feel that I am much lighter. It's a bit of a weird one. So on campus today, I only had like one thing that I had to do, just go on campus, do my mandatory 2 hours of whatever it is they decide the session's going to be on every week. And then so there was tryouts for the cheerleading squad, because I've wanted to do cheerleading going into Warwick now. I said that I wanted to try out for cheerleading. You know, it was something new that I wanted to do. But the thing is, all of the tryouts were last week, and this week, I say tryouts, all of the tasters were last week, and the tryouts are now this week. And of course it starts with hip hop, the first tryout session. So like, I messaged in the group chat last week. So obviously I've had a fever. I haven't been able to barely even leave my room, never mind go out and do cheerleading. So I messaged in the group chat saying, you know, I'm going to miss this week because I've got a fever. Would I still be able to do tryouts or whatever? And then one of the people on committee responded and was all like, yeah, you know, still come along. Just make sure you're in the, there's another group chat. Just make sure you're in there because we're going to post the choreos in there. And I'm like, calm, okay. And then I think I get into the group chat and then I post something like asking, oh, do you have the hip-hop choreos or anything? And then nobody responded, but I saw that people were still posting the choreos from several days before. So I'm just like, oh, maybe they haven't got round to posting it yet. But I'm thinking, like, I did ask if, you know, I needed anything from the tasters, and the person who I spoke to just said no, like, you know, just show up to tryouts or whatever. And then the person who done the hip hop, because I posted again because somebody else posted like a couple days later. So this was like yesterday now. Somebody else posted and I was like, yeah, I haven't seen it either. I haven't seen the choreos or anything either. And then the person in charge was like, oh yeah, here you go, like it's further in the group chat. And I was like, I can't see further in the group chat because I've only just got added to it. And then she sent it to the group chat again, and then I looked at it and I thought, oh, this looks kind of intense. But I'm just like, whatever, like, you know, it's all abilities. So, you know, I'm sure we'll have time to learn it, whatever. And then today now, you know, I show up there, and I can see people are already like doing dances and stuff like that. But it's not just me that hasn't gone to the taster session from last week. There was a couple of other people there as well. But the problem was now they expected us to have memorised the choreo from last week and be prepared to like do it, and then they will decide whether we were going to be on the squad or not. And I'm like, you know, nobody told us this. What are we doing? I've never done dancing before. Like, I'm completely new. So, like, it was just me and this one girl to begin with who hadn't done dancing before. We both hadn't gone to the taster the week before. And then she kept going, like, back and forth with the person who was, like, running it. And I was, like, joining in and being like, you know, like, I'm in the same boat as her. Like, what's going on? And then the woman who was doing this squad, she was just like, okay, well, you know, if you can learn it all tonight and then like send it us tomorrow at the latest, you know, we'll be able to have a look at your dance or whatever. And I'm like, okay, like there's nothing else we can do really. But then I noticed like, so the other girl kind of vanished. Like, I don't know why, she like had some keys or something and she just ran out of the room. And I'm thinking, I wonder what that was about. Like, she's gone. Because she said she was going to stay there and watch it, but she just vanished. But then another girl comes in now and she's in the same boat as us as well. And I says to her, well, there was another girl just a moment ago, but she's gone somewhere. I don't know if she's coming back. But it's us three who didn't get the choreo and everything. So I'm there watching people, you know, the people who practiced it, do their warm-ups and get into the choreography and everything. And I'm thinking, well, you know, now that I've watched them do it, I'd rather go home, because I've got the videos on my phone now, because just go home and practice, because I've had absolutely no time to practice. I haven't even been well enough to leave the house until today. I finally managed to speak to my grandma on the phone Saturday, and that was the limits of my ability to speak. Like, my voice is still kind of hoarse. I'm not like coughing all the time anymore, and I'm in a lot less pain, but I'm still not 100%, you know what I mean? This fever took a lot out of me. But it was kind of irritating because I did ask beforehand, like, if there was anything I needed, and they said no, so I kind of just let myself be sick and just rest up. I'm in this predicament now where the only thing I can do is, I mean, I've just got home and it's like 8:30 in the evening. The only thing I can do is quickly learn the dance, like today and tomorrow, and then send it off. But like, I'm kind of in two minds, because I wanted to just try it out and see, you know, if that was something that I liked. But because I had that cold last week, it seems that there's no more of that beginners, is leniency the word? You know, it's just like, come in, try out, you're either in or you're out. And like from like this week onwards, like I'd have to pay the big collegiate fee as well for like the sports teams, and then the big fee for on-campus, off-campus sports, and then another fee just to join the group, and then all these fees and things, you know. And I was prepared to pay them like beforehand when, you know, I want to try something new, see if I like it, and then I join in. But it's a lot of pressure for me when I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I can learn a dance routine, but that's it. Like, I don't even know if I'm going to like this or such. I just wanted to try it out and, you know, get my feet in. And I'm thinking, I'm just talking myself out of it just as an excuse to go back to Muay Thai. Like, the whole point was that I was meant to try something new, you know, get my feet wet, just jump in and enjoy it as much as possible. Like, I've never been in a space like this before, you know, women dominated, and it's dancing. I mean, it's hip-hop as well. Like, this is specifically the hip-hop squad. I mean, I could try on another squad days later, but I haven't had that time to just see if I enjoy it, you know. And I did say, like, I have a fever, what else can I do? And then they were just like, come in. And then I came in, and then it's like everybody's already dancing. you know, and it's like, if I'm gonna put big money into something, you know, I want to at least be in the stage where I'm enjoying it. I want to do this more. And then, because I didn't get that response when I first asked for the choreo like a week ago, it's kind of made me think, like, is this a sign? And then I don't like it when I get discouraged from doing things that, you know, were already out of my comfort zone. Because if I was to then turn around and say, well, actually, no, I want to make sure that I put my all into getting a place on the squad. Like, I am still recovering from this fever. It's just a lot, I think. And it's going to take hours for me to do this. I think about how long it takes me to learn a para routine. It takes me like a couple of hours a song, you know, and I've got 2 routines to learn and a kind of fast pace. And it's out of my comfort zone. Is it worth putting the effort in, you know, just to scrape and scrimp? Again, I'm put on the spot and I have to fight for a place in a group. But it's like, I messaged who I needed to message at the time, and if nobody got back to me in due time, nobody got back to me in due time. Like, this is something I learned from law school. If you chase somebody up and they don't get back to you in due time, you can't blame yourself. I'm still, it's a lot. So I'm thinking, should I even bother, and should I just go onto the development squad? But then I'm thinking, if I do just go onto the development squad, I might just not bother at all and just go to Muay Thai, because what am I doing? Like, I would have loved to have joined one of the squad teams. You know, there's lots of people who haven't danced before who are joining the squad teams. But I think maybe it's just a sign to just quit. But then I don't like taking signs to quit. I feel like that's just a weakness. You know, if I want to try something new, and I've been preempting it, I've been looking forward to it. I was even telling one of my friends today, you know, and she messaged me like, oh, have you tried out for the cheerleading yet? And I'm like, no, not yet. It's tonight I'm going to go. So it was a bit of a letdown, because I tried to be as prepared as possible. But I feel like sometimes in these spaces, it's a case of me sensing that, like, if there's any push, then I shouldn't argue with it, because there's a lot of money that I'm going to be putting into getting in the squad. Even from when I first showed up there, like, I just saw everybody was practicing and things like that, and, you know, I just spoke to, like, who I needed to speak to or whatever. But if I sense the vibe that, like, for whatever reason, it just, there's no like efforts to include me in a place. I've learned from my years of being in 1,000,001 different places, like, putting more effort in, I mean, it could get the response that I want, I guess. I mean, I could finally be in the squad and things like that. But look, if I join a squad, it's going to be a social thing as well as just, just a sports thing. And it's just a lot.